Acapella Mama here. Thank you so much for joining me. I promised you I would bring Acapella Mama Part 1 of my journey to you soon, and here we go. First of all, I do hope you're having a wonderful day, and if not, if it's been challenging, just stick in there with me. I was born in Richmond, Virginia. My birth name is Sharon. I have two wonderful parents. I am the middle child. I have an older brother and one younger sister. When I was about 5 years old, my mom and dad had us in church, and it was then that I realized I was a singer. I had my first solo at 5 in the Sunshine Band. Yes, and we could sing, y'all. By the way, I have to tell you that. To y'all who are out there who sung with me in the Sunshine Band, shout out to you. So as years went on, when I was 15 years old, I realized then that I could write. I could write songs. I had a spiritual experience when I was 15 years old. It was a very spiritual experience, and at the end of that experience, um, songs would come to me, y'all. It was like somebody was in my ear dictating to me the intro to the end. All the melodies, all the lyrics would come to me, and I would let people hear the songs, and they would say, "Oh, Sharon, you got to write that down." But sometimes it would be weeks before I would write it down. It's just that I would not forget it. I couldn't forget it. It was like ABCs. I knew it like that. So after the age of 15, 16, 17, I'm preparing to go away to school. And I decided that I was going 19 and a half hours away from my home. And of course, my parents were like, "No, you're not. What are you doing?" And I was always the one going against the grain, always doing what was in my heart to do, because I've always felt this conviction that if you don't at least try, you won't have peace. You got to at least try. Then you feel purposeful, your life is filled with purpose. I was listening to something Lauren Hill said, and this is something she said a while back, but it had to do with those of us who believe in God. We say we're going to praise God, right? One of the best ways we can praise God is to walk out our call. You got to walk it out. You got to at least try, because your gift is directly tied to your calling, and your peace is directly tied to your gift and your calling. Reaching the lives of others, impacting others is what we were born to do. It doesn't matter what it is. If it's in your heart, it's something you're supposed to be doing. If it's a passion of yours and you just can't shake it, it just keeps coming to you like, "Man, I got to do this." That is your sign. That's your sign that this is what you are supposed to be doing in this life. Don't ever forget that. If you don't remember anything else, always understand this. It's very important that if you don't know what your calling is, sit down and evaluate. What is the thing that I do well? And it just comes to me naturally. That's your gift, and that calling is directly tied to it. Always remember that. So I decided I would go 19 and a half hours away, and mom and dad decided, when they saw that I wasn't budging and I knew what I really wanted to do, they eventually got behind me, and it didn't come easy. I promise you. I encountered some obstacles the summer before I was to go away that you wouldn't believe. It was all miraculous, but I'll tell you about it next time. So you got to tune in. Have a good day. See ya.